Welcome to Newswatch 10. I'm Jeremy Babin, and we're talking sports. Helping others is second nature for Calhoun senior Daniel MacArthur. But what's nice about this scholar athlete is when the shoulder pads come off, the compassion stays on.
Scholar Athlete is presented by Associates in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, with offices in Dalton and Calhoun.
While Calhoun's putting together one of their best seasons ever, senior Daniel MacArthur's been displaying a championship-like performance both on and off the field. And that's just part of the reason he's this week's Scholar Athlete of the Week, as the seniors help lead the Yellow Jackets into the playoffs yet again.
I try to be a leader on and off the field, keep the younger guys in line, get everybody ready, keep everybody focused on what they're doing. I try to tell them not to be too immature and focus on what you're doing and just go hard all the time.
Daniel, he's a solid citizen. You know, he's a high character kid. He's a yes or no sir. No problems whatsoever out of Daniel. He's academically, he's as good as it gets, and you know, he's got his priorities in order for him to be a successful person, and we have a lot of respect for Daniel MacArthur.
And so do many others. Daniel's on the baseball team and Beta Club. But with so many activities, he still carries a 3.9 grade point average. Although don't think all the success comes without hard work and dedication.
It's hard balancing school and athletics. Get home, I'm pretty tired, but I know I got to stay up and do my homework and keep my grades up if I want to set a good example. I try to have a good time, but I know when to settle down and do the right thing and focus and get things done.
Those are the kind of kids we want. You know, all kids are not like that. You know, it's like that everywhere. But you know, Daniel is a role model for our kids, and we talk about Daniel a good bit about how he is off the field and on the field. He's a perfect example of what kind of kids we want on our football team.
And those kids are ones who not only can succeed, but can help others as well. So assisting his teammates is something he takes very seriously.
I try and talk to him, just set a good example on and off the field, try to do right, and help them do the right thing when they need it.
He's a great leader. He's a leader by example, and he's a leader vocally sometimes. And you know, he's a senior on this football team, and that's what we preach. We preach senior leadership, and he's a perfect example of a senior leader.
Daniel will hope to lead his team in the playoffs tonight as they take on Toombs County at 7:30.
Now on to the college ranks, with their ACC title hopes still to be decided by nearly 400 miles away. Georgia Tech will be in Athens tomorrow for the much-anticipated Georgia Tech game. For the Bulldog, it goes like this. The preseason #1 ranked team in the nation has no shot at winning the SEC title, thanks to lopsided losses to Alabama and Florida. As for the Ramblin' Wreck, well, they're playing for the state bragging rights, something they haven't had in the past 8 years. Now, the Yellow Jackets certainly could use some help. They need Virginia to beat Virginia Tech tomorrow to represent the Coastal Division in the ACC Championship game on December 6th. Now, the Old Gold and White certainly are heading into this game with a lot of momentum, having played 3 straight games against teams that are ranked, and they've won 2 of them. The triple option offense also ranks 4th in the nation in rushing offense, and Georgia and Georgia Tech tomorrow, they kick things off at noon, and that game can be seen on CBS. So a lot of exciting football happening in the state of Georgia, and of course with the high school games, and we're in basketball season. It's a pretty exciting time.
Wow. That Georgia Tech matchup is always quite intriguing. You know, it doesn't have the national implications sometimes that it used to have years ago, and because they're in different conferences, I think it's probably bigger for Georgia Tech fans to beat Georgia than it is the other way around, because Georgia's kind of owned the series for quite a while.
But you know, things could be different because, you know, the triple option offense that Paul Johnson runs, you know, that could be something that Georgia could have a tough time with.
Preparing for it's difficult.
They're seeing it for the first time, so it'll be interesting.
Georgia did have an extra period to prepare for this.
They did, but Georgia Tech's coming in at a good time, winning 2.
All right. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of Newswatch 10 on this Friday. We hope you and your family had a great Thanksgiving weekend. Everything will be back to normal here on Newswatch 10 come Monday. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you then.